Ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to this course. My name is Elias Malouf and I'll be giving you the HTML basic development. You'll learn every single task there is in HTML, and this course would be amazing if you could complete it with the whole web development courses. The rest are the CSS, JavaScript, and we'll continue with more frameworks as we go. I'll also do some PHP and try to do some Python backend development. But for now, let's go with HTML5. If you have any questions, please leave the questions in the comments below and let's get started. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So in this video, we'll explain the software that we need for this course. We'll need three software for now. You can download them on your computer. It's easily downloadable for both Windows, Mac, and Linux. We have first the Atom. You can choose Atom. All right, so here it is. You can download it from here. I already have the latest release. You can also download Sublime. You can choose between one of these two or your favorite text editor, but I really encourage you to use Sublime. It's one of the best text editors on the web. And there's iTerm 2. We'll use that for managing the server later on. So this is for this video. Thank you so much, and let's continue. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So for now, I want to explain the ABBR tag. It's not also an obligatory tag, but I want to make sure that you know it. The ABBR stands for something new as the abbreviation. It used to be abbreviation or an acronym, but now it's ABBR in HTML5. I'll explain more about HTML4 and HTML5 differences in later stages. So the ABBR stands for abbreviating text. If we go, for example, for the title being USA, the abbreviation of the United States of America. It's just abbreviating large words into smaller letters. Alright, that's it for now. Make sure if you have any questions to comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So for now, we're going to explain the address tag. The address tag includes everything that you need to have between the address. So for example, your address, your email address, your name, your website, anything you need to know. So let's start with the first one, the address tag. Also, the address tag is not obligatory, but is strongly recommended so that the people that visits your website know where your business is, know where you are, know how to contact you. So it's very important to have the address tag. It's written by, for example, Elias, and here's the email. So if you need to send an email to Elias, it's mailed to example@gmail.com, and you can say visit us at example.com, any website you want. So you can change it, for example, to facebook.com/your address, username, for example, your username, and you can change your country. For example, let's say the United Kingdom, you can say Lebanon, you can say Russia, you can say any part of the world. So that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below if you have any question, and I'll be sure to respond to that. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to explain the anchor tag. The anchor tag is a very important tag, and it's an obligatory tag if you want to go from one website to another. The anchor tag, they used to refer it in my university as the anchor that you throw off the ship. So to keep the ship on dock. It's the same for the A here in the HTML. You can use it to go from one website to another in the anchor over there. You can say, for example, I need to go from my website to google.com. Make sure to have the A as a beginning and the A as a closing, and also to have the H reference as to google.com, to point it to google.com. Alright, that's the anchor tag. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to answer that as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to explain the area tag. The area tag, if you want to include an area on the browser. So let's open back Google Chrome. For example, I need to use this area in order to draw a circle or a square or a rectangle. I can use the area tag. So area shape, it's rectangle. It can be square, it can be circle. And you can use the coordinates on the browser. I cannot explain coordinates in details because it's just when you try with coordinates, you can know where to place your coordinates. You can have length, width, and height. And then in this area, you can also specify, once clicked on, to take you to another page. So I included example.com. You can use example.html. You can use google.com, and I'll explain what I mean by example.html later on. But for now, let's say that example.html, once you click on it, it takes you to another page. Alright, so another page on your website, example.html, it already takes you there. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So for now, I want to explain the article tag. The article tag is the tag that includes any article you can write in between these article tags. So for example, let's start with Google and say that Google Chrome is a free browser that is developed by Google. So you can try it on your own, and I'll explain how you try it on your own later on. I just want to keep these videos as short, as concise as possible, because if you want to go to later reference, you can just come into this video and learn about it. So article explains anything as an article inside your browser. You can use the tags. I'll explain the H1 later on and the P later on, but let's now say this is a heading and this is a paragraph. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. For the H1, the P, please wait for the rest of the videos so that we can continue on later on. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So for now, I'm going to explain the aside tag. The aside tag defines some content that is aside from the content it's placed in. So for example, we're going to aside some content of the body tag. We can use the aside tag. It's not an obligatory tag, so for now, just make sure to use the aside tag and try it on yourself so that you can see the results in front of you. If you don't, we can explain it later on in the large examples. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this video. I want to make sure you know that about the audio controls. So the audio includes anything you need to play as audio. So for example, let's say the source is source src as music.mp3. So get the music.mp3, which is included in the folder as mp3. We need to make sure that the type is audio mp3, because for example, you can have WMV, you can have OGG, anything you want as audio. Alright, so make sure you include the type as most important part of the audio, and let's use this as audio controls. I need to make sure to include that for example, if it fails, you need to write your browser does not support audio controls. So I need you to learn something from me. I make mistakes in these videos just for you to understand. So if I made a mistake, please let me know in the comment section below. If you think I made a mistake, or if you know that I made a mistake, please, 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 I beg you. I'm a human like you. So we all do mistakes. And I, on purpose, leave them in these videos so that you can make sure to know, for example, that here is the most common mistake. Let me try to avoid it. Alright? So if you have any questions, or if you think I'm doing any mistakes, please leave them in the comment section below so that we can improve the course. And if there's something not clear I need to fix out, please, please, please let me know. Alright, thank you so much guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I want to explain the base tag. The base tag includes all the tags that you need to put in your page. For example, if I need to always go to google.com, I can use the base tag and it sends me to google.com instead of every time you're trying to use ahref google.com. That's the only difference in using base. You can just use base and it will define for all the anchors to use google.com and send you to google.com. Alright, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this course. So now I'm going to explain the BDI tag, which is a bidirectional isolation. It isolates all the direction of your post. So for example, if you want to write here post hi, or if you want to write a text marhaba in Arabic, because it goes from right to left instead of going from left to right, sorry, like in English, you can use the BDI. It isolates it and it goes by direction. So for example, if you're going from left to right in your language, it goes from left to right, and if you're going from right to left, you can go from right to left, and this word can become like this one, marhaba. alright, which means hi or hello in English, in Arabic. Alright, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any comments, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this course. So now I'm gonna explain the BDO. The BDO is totally different from the BDI. It's the total opposite. So for now, we're gonna explain the BDO. It's the bi-directional override. So you override the direction. So for example, if it's from Arabic from right to left, it goes from right to left, no matter what. If it's from left to right, it goes from left to right. That's it. For example, if you want to say direction, RTL, right to left, and you say, for example, this text will go from right to left, it will go from right to left. You can try it, and we'll see it later on in more examples. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and thank you so much for joining us today. I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So for now, I'm going to explain the block quote. You know that in many parts of typing a text, you need to have quoting something a citation. So because we need to make sure that it's quoted, because you can be legally followed if you don't quote the artist or the author or anything of this type of paragraph. So we can use the block quote tag. It opens and closes with the forward backslash also. And you say the site. So from example, I need to cite from example.com, and you add the citation between the block quotes. And that's it. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and we can explain this in more examples later on. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain the body tag right now. The body tag is anything between this part under the Gmail images, the sign-in buttons, and anything above the footer, which is here Lebanon, advertising, business about. So this is the footer, and this is the header. We'll explain these later in more details. So anything in between that is the body. The body tag has these tags. The opening tag is the body, and the closing tag is the body. And it's an obligatory tag also. I need to know that the body is the most important part, and it includes almost all of your content that you need to have in your website. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I need to make sure now to understand the B tag or the bold tag. The bold makes anything bold. So let me explain it in the text area for now. Let's say this is bold, lorem ipsum dollar. If we remove the bold, that's non-bold. So that's just the B tag, what it does. It just makes your text bold. Alright, so you can include it here, and you can close it to the forward backslash B. Thank you so much. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to explain the BR tag. This is going to be quick. As you can see here, for example, I wrote my name is Elias Malouf on each line, but it doesn't give you in HTML each line, because every white space is read as a white space in HTML tag. It's not read as another line. So these will be on the same line. But if you want them to be in different lines, we need to include the break tag or the BR tag. So my name is Elias Malouf will give you this output. But this one, if we include it, for example, in a paragraph or a P and P, it won't be each one on the same line. It will be on the same line only, on line 1, for example. Alright, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, please in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to explain the button tag right now. The button is anything that you need to click on. So for example, let's go to google.com, and this is a button, Google search. I'm feeling lucky button search, Gmail button search, but you can have different designs, which we'll explain later in CSS. A button should have a type button always, unless stated otherwise, and this is the text that should be inside the button. I hope this clarifies the button tag, and if you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. And thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I just want to give you a quick overview over the canvas because I'm working on each tag in alphabetical order. I need to make sure to go over all the tags in HTML5, and I'm gonna just explain the canvas. The canvas can draw a red square, a blue square, a blue circle, anything you want can be drawn inside the canvas. Imagine it an architecture canvas, and it can be drawn on the fly, and it's very easy to use. We just open with the canvas, we give it an ID, and we close it here. I'm not going to explain more because you'll have to include JavaScript in that, and this course doesn't include JavaScript. So I'm going to explain Canvas more in that later on, beginner JavaScript the courses. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So when I explain the canvas element is used to draw graphics on a web page. It's specifically for HTML5. And what is an HTML canvas? The HTML canvas is an element used to draw graphics on the fly via JavaScript. So it's an HTML5 tag only, but it's used as a JavaScript tag. The canvas element is used in any container for graphics. You must use JavaScript to actually draw the graphics. You cannot draw anything without JavaScript. Canvas has several methods for drawing paths, boxes, circles, text, and adding images. So it's supported by all browsers, and we need to make sure from now on in HTML5 to know that every browser has something that supports it and it doesn't support. For a canvas, it's supported by Google Chrome 4.0, Internet Explorer 9 or Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox 2.0, and Safari 3.1 and Opera 9.0. The canvas examples, we'll take a canvas example over here, which is, for example, let's say I want to give it an ID, which is my canvas. I want to also give it a width of, let's say, 20%, and I want to give it a height of 10%. So that's the canvas that I want to draw in. Alright, so sorry, that's $1. I'll take a canvas that's this thing, and I just want to say it takes like a square. It opens a square with 20% width and 10% height, and gives you everything you need to draw in it. Alright, you can, for example, let's say I need to have the canvas to show the borders, so we need to give it a style, which is border 1 pixel. Alright, sorry, and solid, and give it a coloration of 0, 0. Alright, so I want to give it these stylings. So a border of 1 pixel, make it solid, and give it a black borders. Alright, so we style the border right now, and if I, for example, I want to draw anything in the campus, it's very easy. I'll show you how in the next video. If you have any questions in the meantime, please add in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to explain the comment tag right now. It's a very small tag, and it's very important for developers who are working on teams. It's an optional tag, and you can use it or not. So we can start with the tag. It opens like this. Anything included between here, for example, let's say lorem ipsum dollar is not, the browser cannot read this. Even if you have thousands and thousands of text, if it's included between comments, it's not readable. Alright, so comments is just for leaving a future message or just communicating between teams about each tag. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I opened Sublime directly. I just want to give a small note that my teaching skills or my teaching technique is small videos, small, short, concise videos. I just don't like to go over everything in the same video. So let's start. I want to explain something like by default it opens on plain text. Sublime opens on plain text. You need to change it directly to HTML. So click on HTML. And if we write now H, it opens HTML tag directly. We have the whole set or the whole basic backbone core structure of HTML. Let me explain each of these. So the doc type HTML is explaining the document type for the browser. So this browser open up HTML. HTML. We open the HTML tag and we close it over here. We open the head and we close over here. we have the title, and we have the body. So first of all, HTML is defining for the browser, and each browser, I mean by browser, Mozilla Firefox can be a browser, Google Chrome can be a browser, Internet Explorer can be a browser. Any browser you can choose is a browser, and it must open HTML. All right. So here's the head. The head is the top part of the browser. In the GUI, or the graphical user interface, we'll explain later, it shows only the top. This is the body, so from here to here is the body, and this is the footer. We'll explain these more in details in each section later on. The title is the main title you see in the browser. Let's try, for example, google.com. As you can see here, Google is the title of google.com. So that's the title. Okay, the head is everything you need to place here. You can place images, you can place text, you can place anything you like. And the body is anything you place in the midsection between the header and the footer. So that's all for now. I'll explain each tag alone and we'll give examples on it later on. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the course. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this course, and now I'm going to explain the code tag. The code tag does everything in between as computer code, and just changes the text style and font. That's all the code tag does. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to explain the column group in just 1 minute. So the column group is columns inside a table. I'm going to explain that more in details. I'm going to explain the table in around 10 videos. So the column group explains the column style, so you can have a span of 2, giving it the size of 2, and the style with background color just red, so you can give each column a background color. That's what the column group does. So you can change the column for each one. Alright, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to explain the data tag right now. Let me make sure about something first. The UL and the LI are table elements, and I'll explain the table and the forms in one full section. So if you want to get more information about the tables, please skip to the tables section and come back to the data tag. Or you can just learn about the data and we'll see it in a large example after some time. Alright? So it's up to you. The data gives you the value or a reference for each value you have in the table. For example, if you have tomato, its value is 21,053. If you have beef, its value is 21,054. So that's the difference between the data. Alright? So it gives you a value for what you have in the table. That's the data tag. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm going to explain the data list. The data list is a list of options that you can have. For example, we take here the options of browsers. So we have multiple browsers that you can use on a computer. We can use Internet Explorer, we can use Firefox, we can use Chrome, we can use Opera, we can use Safari, and we can also use, let's go with Microsoft Edge. So let's give option value Microsoft Edge. So that's the options that we have for the browser. We can add them in a data list, and we'll use the options that we want. We'll see that in more examples later on, and that's all for now. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now we have a description list that you can add here, which is a DL and the data type of milkshake. So I want to explain the DD right now. The DD is a description or something that can describe. All right. So for example, we need to know what type of milkshake we have. We give it a DT as a milkshake and a DD as a strawberry, or we can add another DD, for example, chocolate. Alright, so we can give the types of milkshake and just have one milkshake variable and 2 milkshake constants. So for example, strawberry milkshake or chocolate milkshake. Alright, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, please in the comment section below, and let's get going. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm going to explain the del tag, which is the delete tag. So if you want to delete, for example, if you're doing a website and you need to do a sale, You have the original price at $15,000 and you need to get it to $10,000. And whoa, that's a lot of money, but it's okay. So we use the del. It shows a line that cuts the 15,000 in half. It doesn't cut the word, but it just goes in between the 15,000 horizontally. All right. So that's the del tag. It's just delete tag, and that's all it does. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to give details at the end of the website, you need to use the details tag, and you give it inside a summary. So you can use a summary which says that you have a copyright of 2018, and these are the details of your website. So copyright, you can add, for example, also another summary which says all rights reserved. Summary, third summary. So let's go with third summary, which says this is my website.com, blah blah blah, and you can add whatever you want. So the details are the details of your website. So if I want to check who owns this website, how the contents are reserved, everything, they should be in the details. All right, this is all for now, and I'll see you in the next section. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please add in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to explain the DFN, or the definition tag. So the DFN is the definition tag, as I've said, and it should be included inside a paragraph. So we start with the DFN and its definition for HTML. So let's say the DFN, we're defining the HTML. It changes the, let's say, text decoration for HTML to make sure that it's the definition, as if you were writing definitions in a book. It's the same as writing on a website. These aren't much of use these days because you can style them directly in CSS, but I'd like to go over all the tags available in HTML4 and HTML5. And I'll explain the difference later in HTML4 and HTML5. What's the difference? What do we have new? I'll also add the list of what are the tags that have been removed in HTML5 and substituted by another tags, and some tags have been removed completely. And we'll say that HTML is the language for creating web pages. Alright, so that's the definition of HTML, and that's all for now. If you guys have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So let's use the table right now and explain a little bit more about the table. We can use the dialog inside the table and use the month and year inside the table, so it opens them as a dialog. That's all it does. That's the dialog tag. It's not mainly much used because you can use the tr and the th, which we'll explain more later on, and the tables. And that's all the dialog does. So it opens a dialog box or window, and it makes it easy to use the pop-up dialogs for a web page. So for example, if you want to use a web browser, let's say we're gonna create a dialog for web browsers. All right, so let's do this. Go here and web browsers, and give it here. For example, let's say an Internet Explorer, or let's go for Mozilla Firefox also. So that'll be Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome. So it opens them in a dialog. That's what the dialog does. Alright, so it's just like a table and inside a table, and it can pop up. That's all it does. Alright, thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to explain the dir tag, or the directory tag, right now. And as you can see, I've added in the comment, it's strictly for HTML, so let's make sure to keep it just for HTML4. The directory opens the directory. It's just like a table where the small elements where you can use, for example, we're taking the subsidiaries of HTML. We can use HTML or XHTML or CSS. That's what a directory does. It opens them in a somehow sort of table, but not in a table. But not in a table. It's like more of a list, but with giving them as bullets. All right, so bullet points. That's all it does. That's the directory. It's not used anymore, so let's just move over it very quickly. Make sure to know that there's a directory tag in HTML4 because HTML5 Some browsers are just supporting HTML5 these days. They're not supporting HTML4 anymore. So let's just make sure that we know it, and that's it. All right, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain the div class about the countries. So we now need to explain the United States for America, for example. We're taking it as an example. It's a country, and it's the largest country in the American continent, and we're taking Canada as a full example also, and it's the largest country in the American continent. So what do I mean by the div? I explained the div already in a large video back then, and I want to explain the countries class. So for example, I want to make things much more clearer. I want to keep the countries alone and have them a specific design. In CSS, I can use the div class and call the class in CSS where countries can have the same design. For example, I want them in blocks, I want them in circles, I want them in squares. I can use the class and modify the design as I want in CSS. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to explain the most important tag in HTML, which is the div tag, and it's a division. So I need to make sure to know that it's a division. It's a division of a web page, and it's going to be there for unlimited number of HTMLs, that's for sure. So for example, if we have HTML6 coming out soon, HTML7, HTML8, HTML Infinity, there's always going to be a div tag. So the div tag is a division, and I'm going to take my time explaining this one. It's going to be around 3 to 4 minutes. So just let me make sure you understand it very well, and I'm going to be trying to be very straight to the point, very concise on this one. So let's get started. I just don't want to lose time on this one. So I've already took the privilege and opened google.com page, and let's go to inspect. I need to have Google Chrome for only one reason. The inspect element here is awesome. So let's go with this one, this division. Okay, so this division is full from the almost like vanilla area above till the light blue area down. So it's a 980 by 233 pixel margin. All right, so that's one. Two, we gave it a height inside of HTML to be 233 pixels. So let's say that's the height, and we have a margin top of 89 pixels, which is around the vanilla area above, and we give it an ID, which is the LGA. The ID can be called in CSS. Why do we use an ID? So I want to make sure you understand the ID from here, and I'll include another video before introducing CSS later on to introduce the ID, but let's make sure to use the ID always, alright? So you want to use a paragraph, you want to use a div, you want whatever you want to use, make sure to use an ID for only one reason. So if you have an ID, you can call it wherever you want. If you have a JS file, you can call it in JavaScript. If you have a CSS file or cascading style sheets file, you can call the ID over there. So make sure to have an ID everywhere, and from there you can go wherever you want. All right, so you can call the div in anywhere and style it or animate it or use it for anything else. All right, so let's continue. I'll explain the image more later on, but I need to make sure to know that the image here is called from an an API, my bad. The API is hosted on google.com, but it's just showing here that it's downloaded on our PC on images, branding, Google logo 2 times. We'll explain more about how your images should be, because sometimes an image needs to be 1 time zoomed in, 2 times zoomed in, as much as it needs. All right, so a div has a lot of attributes that needs to know to be new and known, and these attributes are very important. You can use unlimited divs, and you can use anything inside a div. You can add an image, music, paragraphs, spans, and we'll come to all these later. So if you have any questions about the div tag, I'm really sorry it took me a lot of time to explain the div, a lot longer than the other videos, but it's a very important tag. It's always used. So if you have any questions, please in the comment section below, and thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to understand the div tag. If you don't, contact me unlimited times. I'll make sure you understand it. You can email me. My email is, let me write it down for here because div is very important. So it's elias@imalouf.com. Give me an email on this one, and I'll make sure to respond to you by 12 24 hours. And from there, we can continue understanding more and more about web development. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're gonna explain the DL tag, which is the same as the data list that we explained before. I wanna say it's totally the same. It's just a description list with the terms and descriptions that you wanna have. So let's say that this is the terms and these are the descriptions. So the term is the coffee. For example, I wanna have a limited number of coffees and with all different descriptions. For example, I wanna have it decaffeinated. I want to have one with vanilla. I want to have one with 2 spoons of sugar. Anything you want. So you can add here for another description for, let's say, DD sugars. Sorry, 2 spoons of sugar. You can also add the DD of vanilla, and that's it. So let's make sure to know that the DL is the same as the data list we explained before, but just know that this is a data term and sorry, description term if you want, and this is a description list description. So that's it. All right, let me make sure if you have any questions in the comment section below. You can email me at any time, and please let's continue to the next level. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So for this course, I told you that I'm going to explain each tag alone in a video. And I'm going to explain right now the doc type HTML. The doc type HTML is specifying the document type for HTML. For example, you can have it and you can't have it. It's not an obligatory tag, but it's really important to have it. It just explains to the browser that you need to open this page in the HTML markup language. That's it. Thank you so much. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In this video we're going to use JavaScript. So we're going to move from HTML and use JavaScript. So that's JavaScript. And now we move to JavaScript, and we'll start with declaring a variable C and using a document.getElement by ID and naming the canvas, for example, my canvas, as we explained before, and closing it. That's it. So we define the variable, and we need to get the context for this variable. So let's define another variable here, which is the context or the content, whatever you want to name it. C, the variable above, dot get context. All right. So I'm telling him get the context, and this is 2D canvas only. It's not a 3D canvas, so make sure to define that. And give it a context dot move to. All right, so I don't want to move it, keep it as is, 0 0. It's very important to define the move to here. All right, so if you want to move it, just keep it as is, 0 0. If you want to move it, the x is the first number, so this is the x. Assume it's a x y axis graph. The x is the first number, so I can move it 1 pixel, 2 pixels, 3 pixels, unlimited pixels. And the y-axis is this one. All right, so this is the move to. The context dot line to 100 by 100, for example. Sorry, line 2. I want to give it a lining. All right, so I want to line it. Let's say oblique. Let's go for 200 or 300 by 100. Now it goes oblique, and I want a stroke. All right, so I want to give it a stroke. So that's stroke, and that's it. So now we drew a rectangle, all right, having a line inside it. You can try it right now, and the line is visible with borders exactly, and it's 300 by 100. So it's going 300, 300. That's it. All right. So until it gets to the 0, it's going 300. 200, 100, 0. 300, 200, 100, 0. It keeps doing that in the canvas. Alright, so this is how we draw a line, and in the next video I'll show you more things we can do in JavaScript. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you have any questions, please in the comment section below. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to explain the DT tag. As I said, it's a description term, so you can use anything here. You can change it, for example, let's say pizza. Oh, pizza is good. So pizza, pepperoni, vegetarian, and which one? Let's go with the barbecue also. Barbecue. All right. So a pizza can have pepperoni, a vegetarian, and a barbecue. This is all its attributes. These are all its descriptions or details. All right. If you have any questions, please in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching. Email me if you have anything else, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain the EM tag right now. The EM tag is the emphasized text tag. It's just the same as italics, but we can use the EM tag. Alright, you can italicize your text by adding any text between two EM tags. That's it. Alright, so if you have any questions, please in the comment section below, or send me an email, or anything you want, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We need to use the embed tag. It's inside, it can be defined for a container that uses an external application or interactive content to be parsed into a plugin which can be downloaded from any link in the cloud. So we can use example.com/embed/hi.gif, and we can see how it goes from there. So you can try any embedded example where you can see. I'll add some more examples in the later text where you can try to embed them. Embedding is getting it from somewhere else and placing it on your website without you needing to lose storage nor bandwidth. It's just hosted somewhere and you're just getting it and playing it on your website. That's all it does. It can be a GIF, it can be a video, it can be a WMV, it can be a MP3, anything you can think of, you can embed it as long as it has an embed link. Alright, so make sure to have an embed link, and I'll add some example embed links in another text, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please in the comment section below, or email me also, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say that we've ended the HTML5 over here. I want to stop it because I don't want to go into in-depth JavaScript without explaining its basics, because all the APIs in HTML require basic JavaScript. So I need you to wait for me, and I'll explain the rest of the APIs in the upcoming sessions with the JavaScript. Thank you so much. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to explain something called the field set right now. The field set can be only used inside a form. So you can see we opened the form tag and we closed it inside a field set. So the field set is just inside. And the field set explains, for example, if we want to say it groups related elements inside a form. So the name and the email can be a personality or a person or a human or anything you want. So anyone can have a name, can have an email, and you can add its type text. All right, so you can explain. It's like more if if you're a programmer and you create a class human or a class person, and you add its attributes. It's just like that. You're adding field set. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know. Email me or add in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're gonna explain the fig caption or the figure caption. So let's assume that we want to import the image, which is Ibiza.png, and the alternative name is also Ibiza. So if Ibiza.png doesn't load, we'll load the Ibiza, and we're giving it a style 100%. And the caption below it, it's like Instagram's caption or Facebook photos caption. It's Ibiza also. You can use fake caption. So that's the fig caption. It's just a figure caption, and that's what it does. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So the figure tag is implementing a figure inside of it. So you can use an image, it can be a circle, it can be a square, anything you want. So it can be inside the figure tags. That's all it does. Gives it to you as a figure. Alright, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to explain the font tag right now. The font tag has been used in HTML4 and it has been cancelled or discontinued in HTML5. So we need to know that the font has been replaced with CSS, so you can now implement a paragraph and give it an ID and change its font within the styling, or you can directly in HTML, or you can use CSS, cascading style sheets, in order to change the font size or color. Alright, so let's get from here. The font can be modified from HTML4. You can give it a size, number, or you can give it a color, or you can give it anything you want in regards to giving the font a design. That's all for now. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a very short video. The footer tag. The footer tag is available in all HTMLs, and it's the lowest section of the browser. So let's go to Google Chrome, and here is the footer tag. You can add anything, or you can have hypertext or images. That's all for the footer tag. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to explain the form right now. The form is considered one of the toughest parts of HTML. It's very easy, but many people struggle a little bit with forms, so I just want to make this as clear as possible, and I want to make this video as short as possible. So I took the privilege and added many of the components of a form. So first of all, the form is still used till today in HTML4 and HTML5. You start with an HTML form tag and you give it an action. The action takes you to an action page.php. PHP is another language. So PHP is a backend language, and nobody knows the acronym for PHP, so we just know PHP. Alright? It's an abbreviation for something, but nobody knows the exact abbreviation. Alright? So we also need to add the method. We have many methods, but we'll use for this one the get method. Alright? So let's go with the first name. My first name is Elias, and I need to input this one, so I'll give it as input. Sorry, I'll open this one and give it as input, and the type is just text. Alright, so it's that simple. You just need to take text and need to receive text. The name of the input should be first name. Alright, and that's it. That's it you're gonna have. So let's use, for example, a line breaker so that they won't come all on the same line. On the second one, we'll use another input, giving it a type of text also, and the name of last name, and give it a line break. For the address, for example, we can use also input type. We can try address. So it's an address, and we can give it the name of address. That's that easy. So it's very, very easy to do that. And you can change the name here to address and use a line break also. Alright, so let's continue. Input type. I'll include all the input types, but let's make sure to do most of the important ones. So for here, it's an email, and the name is email address, and it's a BR. Okay, the age can be anything you want. So, but mainly I use text, because sometimes if you add, for example, a number, numerical, you can have problems with that. Alright, so it's most important, not it's most important, I just want to use the word like, it's really preferred to use text, because sometimes people can write the age like this. So you can go with 23. That's it. So that's how people do it. They just don't go with numerics. So keep it as text, because if you go with numerics in the input type, and people write in a text, you can have a problem. Alright, so you can have a problem with your inputs, and the input will be rejected. So let's go with a name and give it an age also. And this one is an input type of text also, and it can be a gender. I use text for sometimes people can use another type, but they can use a character, but because you can say, for example, M or F. But in my opinion, it's best to use always text in age or in gender or anywhere, because as I said here, so if I want to say, like, let's write it as 23 and here as M. So if this is a character, all right, so and a person writes a male, it can change, all right. But if it's 23 and people want to change it to something else, they can't. All right, so that's the thing. we need to make sure to always have text, and it's not a big deal on let's say the memory or saving down the data. Okay, so we can also have explaining somehow. I want to explain some CSS, and I want to say, for example, the display of the form. You can write this down for later CSS. There can be a block. All right, so it can be a one full block as a table, and but without borders, of course. And you can have these to include them, and you can have a margin also. Margin, and you can have it as a pixelated or EM. So I prefer EM, 1 EM for example, 2 EM, etc. And we can have also a border with several EMs, let's say 10 EM, and that's it. All right, so that's the form for now. I need to make sure to understand the form. I have another video on forms coming right up. I need to explain something if you don't want to use PHP, if you want to make it just an HTML, CSS static website, you can do something else. It's called Forms Pre, where you can divert all your form inputs to your email address. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. And I'll make sure to include all the types later on with the big document that I'll be sending you. And I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain something called formspree.io. A disclaimer before I start, I'm not affiliated with Formspree. I don't have anything with them. So if you want to use them, you can. If you don't, there's a lot of alternatives, but I prefer Formspree. It's the best one. All right. So you can see the documentation over here. So let's try with documentation if you have any questions, but I don't think, because it's very easy. It's delivered with Ajax, that's asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So I'll explain Ajax more in later videos, especially with that JavaScript course. So let's go with try Formspree if you want to try it. For example, let's see if you want to try it, and you can change your email address here. So let me use mine. It's elias@imaloof.com, and you can send there. Sorry, it's elias@imaloof.com, and it's elias@imaloof.com, and we can send a test message, for example, test. Let's see if we get it. Oh yeah, I got it on my mobile. All right, so let's continue from there. You can try it on your own, and let's go with the plans. So let's discuss the plans a little bit. You can use the free always. It's perfectly good. It's robust and it's extremely good. And let's say you want to do this. So you just take this form, take the example, and put it here, and just change the variables. So let's change this one to, for example, elias@imaloof.com. Sorry, imaloof.com. The method should be post. We'll explain methods more later on. And the text is so the text is let's say here's the text. It's the name, the email reply to, and you can submit and send. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much. If you have any questions about Formspree, please hit me on the comment section below or send me an email, and I'll be sure to respond within 12 to 24 hours. And I'll see you in the next video. PS, we're done with forms. All right, so I'm really sorry to say that it took us a lot of time with forms, but let's finish this. So if you have any questions, I remind you and I urge you to please contact me so that we can fix them out, and we can continue over. Thank you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to take a short second and ask you, how are you feeling in this course so far? Like, are you improving? Are you not improving? Do you like it? Do you not like it? There's a form associated with this video. I need you to please go and log in and fill in the data, and from there we need to know how are you feeling this course so far. Like, are you enjoying it? Are you not? What are the parts that you don't like it? What are the parts that you like it? And thank you so much, because your data is very valuable for me and it helps me improve. All right, so this is my first ever course and I'm trying my best to give you all what I have, all the knowledge that I have. I want to put it on the table and continue with this course. And I want to make so many courses that I need to make sure that everything goes according to plan. All right, so please, please, please check out the forum and give me your ideas, give me your feedbacks, give me anything. All right, write anything. All right, I like this course. Right, this course sucks. All right, so anything that comes up your mind about this course right now, please write it down. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I also hope that you are enjoying your day and everything's going good. So I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to explain something called the frame set. And the frame set can be used within the frame tag. And I want to make sure to tell you that the frame tag has been discontinued since HTML4 and it's not supported anymore in HTML5, but I need to make sure to you know how to understand and how to use it. Excuse me. So here's the frame set. And let's delete this one. And let's delete this one here over here. And include between the frame sets. So long time ago there wasn't a GIF as in now. So they used to use frame sets, and they used to give each frame while appearing a certain number of times. So for example, the first one needs to appear 25% of the time. Sorry, 25% of the time. The second one needs to appear 25% of the time also. The third one needs to appear, let's say this one needs to appear 10% of the time. And the fourth one, sorry, needs to appear 20% of the time. So now we have 20, 10, 30, and 50, that's 80. So we need to appear the fifth one on 20% also. All right, so then we need to include a new frame, which is frame src, and give it frame a dot, sorry, frame a dot html. Frame src, give it frame b dot html. So you can use one frame only, and you can use unlimited frames. It's up to you. And frame src, frame c dot html, and we can remove this one. So we have 3 frames, and we can use frame d src. I like to type them, that's it. Sorry for taking so much time to type them, but I just really enjoy typing them. And the frame D is this one. So we have now also frame E, which is frame src frame E dot html, and we remove this frame so we can have the frame one, in which will appear first in 25% of the time. Second one, which will appear 25% of the time. Third one will appear 10% of the time. Fourth one will appear 20% of the time. And fifth one will appear also 20% of the time. And that's it. So we are accepting 5 frames, which will complete a full picture, and we're accepting them as 25, 25, 25, 20%, 20%. It's also not time. You can just, let's say, not include them as GIF, but you can make it as a full set, full picture, and have it 25, 25, 10, 20, 20. And that's it. All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the frame set. I need to make sure to add it as a note. It is not used anymore in HTML5. And that's it for now. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll continue in the next one. Bye. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now we'll explain the head tag. The head tag is anything that includes the upper part of the browser in the GUI. Let's see that in Google Chrome. So here's the head tag from here to almost here. It's like around 2-3 centimeters max. All right, and the head tag can include the title, and the head tag is an obligatory tag. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to explain the header tag. And the header tag is one of the most important tags in HTML, and I'm going to show it to you on a real website. So let's go to bbc.com, and this is a header tag here over here. So it's saying hundreds detained in violent French riots. So it's a very important tag. So we go here, for example, hundreds detained in French riots. You can write whatever you want, but I just went to this one. And here, for example, police fire rubber bullets and tear gas at rioting protesters in Paris as cars are set alight. This comes in H6, for example. Police set off tear gas, blah blah blah. Alright, so if we went to this one and we pick this one instead of alarm ipsum, and I'll explain alarm ipsum in the next video. Okay, so this is for example a full paragraph, so that's the thing I need you to make sure of. The first one is the most important part. It's also the header. It has h1, h6. You can include any paragraph, and you can remove the paragraph and put it outside the header. It's up to you. So it's up to what you need to do in the article. If you can have it as a full header, or you can have the paragraph outside of the article. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please in the comments section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to explain the headings from 1 to 6. The headings are types of lines, or you can say types of text, and text size. So we can start with the H1, which is heading 1, and it's the largest text in the group. And you can have H2, which is a bit larger, but it's not the largest. H3 is a bit smaller, and you go with H4 to the small one, H5 smaller, and H6 smallest. It's very easy to do them, and it's very important because sometimes you just don't want to decorate that text. It's just you want to make them big or small. You can use H1 to H6, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'll explain the HR tag. The HR tag is a very simple and easy to use tag, and this one is going to be a very short video. The HR tag just splits two text in thematic views, so it's just changed the theme of the content. So for example, let's say if I'm talking about two different topics, I can use the HR to split between them without having to split within paragraphs, and that's all HR does. It doesn't have a closing tag, but you can use it like this, or you can add one over here. It's just the same. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments section below, and thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this course. The HTML tag is an obligatory tag. It's very important to have the HTML tag, and the browser won't open anything if you don't have the HTML tag. So what's the difference between the one on line 1 and the one on line 3? The one on line 1 is opening HTML files, so it's telling the browser that we're starting here with HTML. The one on line 3 is closing the HTML tag, and it's telling the browser that we're stopping here and we're not continuing anymore. Alright, so this one, any tag with a forward backslash is just closing the tag. Alright, thank you. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So the section tag will include everything like a div tag. Alright, so it's just specifying a specific section of a web browser. That's all the section does. Alright, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to explain the span right now. The span is an inline element that does not start a new line and only takes up as much width as necessary. So for example, I don't want to reserve the whole division for nothing, so I use the span. It reserves only just till the number 2. Alright, and the width also till here. That's it, that's all it reserves. The height is until number 2 and the width is until the end of the span. That's all the span reserves, and it's very good if you want to make sure like to get over things that can use you a lot of space. So make sure to use the span if you need that, and make sure to know that it's also modifiable in CSS. We'll come back to CSS later on, and we'll have an example about each and every one of them, explaining the difference between the span and the div, and you'll see it in live. That'll help you much more. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain the symbols. So for example, if I say I need to have $1, I can just put it here and say $1. So I use the $dollar to explain the dollar, and if I want to use the euro, for example, I can use the euro. I'll be tagging a small file having all of these together, the ands that you can use, and please read them and be sure to understand them. If you have any questions, please in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'll explain the title tag. Don't worry, I kept the head tag on purpose because I need you to know that the title tag needs to be inside the head tag, because it can be outside of it, because it's in the upper part of the browser. So as we explained before, that Google Chrome, let's say google.com, this Google over here is the title tag. You can name it anything you want. We'll see that in the later examples. Thank you so much. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So we explained most of these tags. We just didn't explain the section tag. I'll explain it right now. I want to make sure that you know that these tags are also used in HTML5. Alright, and the header, footer, and article are specifically for HTML5. Alright, so I mentioned that, but I need to make sure that these are specific for HTML5 as well as the section, and I'll explain that in the next video. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope to see you in the next video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain the italics tag. I already took the privilege and tried it on just paste, so that's italicized. So let's go in Sublime. It's just the I tag. It's italicizes your text and makes it like this one. That's all the I tag does. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, welcome back. One quick note about the difference between ID and class. An ID only contains a unique element or unique key. That's it. For example, I want to design France alone, I give it an ID, while a class can be used by multiple tags and can be defined in CSS. That's the difference I need you to know between ID and class. And thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So when I explain the iframe, the iframe is different from the frame, and it's still used in today is HTML5. So let's say the iframe is an inline frame, and it's just a frame when it's inline. It doesn't have to be a separate size or a separate division. So you can fetch it from any source, or you can fetch it locally. For example, let's say images for backslash example.png. It directly gets the frame that you want, or just a GIF. You can also include a GIF, but make sure to have the GIF in the iframe style so it opens, or you can have it as a JPG. That's all you can have. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. If you have any questions, please in the comments section below. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to explain something that's very, very important in HTML, and you need to know that because it's one of the most basic component structures. It's the core. I want to say it's the backbone of HTML, and it can be very important and very useful at times. We'll have a complete course for that, but for now, let's get started. So I want to explain the script tag. It includes everything you need to have for a script, for including something like animation, for including a specific code. You can sorry for that. You can include Node.js, which is the server-side design, and anything you want, you can include in the script type. So I want to delete these first, the type, and keep the script tag alone. So script is defined directly by Sublime as script type ID a JavaScript, but I want to keep it like this. So I want to go with document dot get element by ID. Sorry, get element. Each one is capital, okay, except the get. So elements capitalized at first, by capitalized at first, ID capitalized at first. Demo dot inner HTML. Alright, so what do we have here? So we're telling the document. I want to explain this line only, and we'll continue from there. So I want to tell this document, the document that I'm writing over here, that document, hey document, how are you? Give me your element by the ID, which is a demo, or for example, let's say hello, or for example, let's say hi, or for example, let's say Elias, whatever you want. But I want to use demo because we're just giving an example over here. Demo dot inner HTML. So from this HTML, this one, get me to write hello world. Alright, and a semicolon. Why does a semicolon matter in JavaScript? Because in JavaScript, it's a scripting language, it's a programming language. In every time you wanna finish a line, use a semicolon. All right, so that's a very, very, very important note. Please, please, please try to review this video. Try this at home. Try it a trillion times. Make sure you understand script. If you don't understand script, please email me. Please add in the comment section. Script is a very important tag. I haven't been saying or going stressing a lot on asking me about the other tags because they are good, but they are not as important as script. All right, so I need you to make sure that you know script very, very solid before we jump into the example. So if you have any question of any type, please shoot me in the comment section and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. So this one is gonna be into 3 chapters. It's gonna be an image tutorial in part 1, part 2 and part 3. So we'll start with part 1 including from local files, and then part 2 will get it from a website, and part 3 will host it online. Alright, thanks. Welcome back ladies and gentlemen. So now I want to, for example, host an image, and I just don't want to, for example, get it from the link there it is there. So I go to imagebb.com, I say start uploading, and I go back here to desktop and test. That's the cat image, and we upload it. We click on upload, 59%, 100% complete. Wait a sec. Anytime soon. Alright, so we get the full link, alright, and we copy paste it over here. We take this one, alright, so we take the img src, we copy it, and we go to the Sublime, and we can get now the image from the web. We don't need to have it hosted in a folder. If we have very much photos and you don't want to keep them in a folder and you just don't want to lose track of them, I prefer you use links. Alright, so that's the second type of image fetching you can do. The third type is somehow similar, but I'll explain in the next video. If you have any questions about this one, please leave in the comment section below, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back ladies and gentlemen. So I want to include the images right now. So the images is part of the HTML's main core services. If you need to get images from the web, or you can get them locally, or you can upload them to the folder, it's up to you. But all services can work equally the same when it's on the web. So let's start with the local ones. If for example I want to get a picture of a cat and it's saved locally, let's just explain how the process works. You go and get the picture. You go and do it as save image as, and you go with desktop, and that'll be a test cat.png. Oh, it's JPG, so we can change this one to JPG, and it's saved. So here it is, cat.jpg, and we rename it. So that'll be cat.jpg. And we changed this one because the format really differs. Okay, so if it's a PNG, it won't work. So you need just to make sure it's a JPG file. Alright, so if it's JPG, we keep it JPG. If it's a PNG, we keep it PNG, because the system won't understand where you're referring to. Alright, so that's all for now. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, so I want to explain here the styling within an image. So for example, I want to style and give it an image width of 44%. This is the image that I have, it's demo.jpg, and I want to have it a max width. That's the maximum it can go, the maximum it can stretch by the width. And if you want to say horizontally and vertically, it needs to go 93% of the page. So within this page, I need it to go 44%, that's it. So let's say this is a 100% page, 50% is over here approximately. I want it to go a maximum of a 44%. And for the height, it's 93%. So this is 100%. And here's like, let's say, here's around, here, like, here, 93%. So that's all the image that it'll take, the demo.jpg will take. Alright, so you can style with an image tag without having to go to a CSS tag and naming it all over again. Alright, that's it for now. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So for now we have this image of a cat. I wanna, for example, copy it and use it somewhere else. So let's say copy link address, and to verify that the address has been copied, we open a new tab and we check it. So it didn't copy the type address. So we have a problem. That happens a lot. So if you add a link address, it won't work. Why? Because it's not the image address. So we have a link address and an image address. We need to get the image address. So copy image address, and now we try it. Oh, okay, bingo. That's what we want. So we close the tab, we go back to Sublime, and we use img source, and we add it over here. And that's it. So I want to explain something else also in this video. I want to explain the ALT. So the ALT, if for example for any reason the photo can't load, or you have someone who can see colors, you can add an ALT or an alternative. So it's a cat photo. You can add that in the ALT. The ALT is optional, but it's highly recommended for a good user experience. Alright? Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain the ins, or the inserted tag. So for example, if I have a del or a deleted tag we explained back then, for example, let's say goodbye, and I want to insert hi. It inserts it with an underline, and you can insert it, for example, with an exclamation mark. So for example, if we say here goodbye, a line will cross goodbye, and the hi will have an exclamation mark and an underline directly below it. So that's the ins. It's just inserting elements into a paragraph. It can be used inside a paragraph, inside a division, or anywhere you want. Alright, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to this course. My name is Elias Malouf, and I'll be giving you the HTML basic development. You'll learn every single task there is in HTML, and this course would be amazing if you could complete it with the whole web development courses. The rest are the CSS, JavaScript, and we'll continue with more frameworks as we go. I'll also do some PHP and try to do some Python backend development. But for now, let's go with HTML5. If you have any questions, please leave the questions in the comments below, and let's get started. Thanks. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So in this one, I want to explain the font size, the color, and background color. These are not changed only by styles in HTML or in CSS. They can be changed here with JavaScript. So I'm telling the demo account or the demo.html or the demo file, please change the font size, give it a style of 10 pixels, and give the color style of blue, and the background color should be orange. So you can also manipulate the styles, the HTML styles within script. Sorry. This is a script here, not a style. Alright, my bad. So this is a script, and I want you to make sure that you can modify anything and everything within JavaScript. So JavaScript is the mother of them all in web. Alright, so that's what I want you to know. JavaScript is the main component of web design. Alright, so as much as we get in this course, I need you to make sure that we need to know much more in JavaScript later on. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So let's assume that we need to have a keyboard input, anything inside of these tags. So it's just takes in the text you added inside it. For example, let's say Elias is a programmer. I want it to look like it's a keyboard input, so I included between two KBD tags, and that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to explain the label tag. The label tag is included inside a form, and it can be included outside a form, but it's mainly used inside forms. So you can also add it over here, and you can try it. The label part is just giving, for example, specifying for what are you using this input type. So for example, if I want to input name and I give it an input, as input type equals text. All right, so if you want to have an input type text and you want to give it a name, you can label it inside of the text input, giving it a name. All right, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain something called the LI, which is a list item. It's available in both unordered and ordered lists. Alright, so it just doesn't change, and it only changes with a type. So if we want, for example, let's say I want an unordered list without numbers, I use the LI and it shows it as bullets. And if I want it to, as ordered with numbers, I use also the LI and it shows it to me with numbers. Alright. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now I want to explain the link tag. The link tag is anything you want to take this file and get from this file. So for example, I want to send all the tags and all the lists that I have of the IDs and of the elements that I have in my HTML file. I use the link and check with the styles.css what's going up. I want to explain something very short and very simple. Most of the times we call our HTML files, the main HTML file, as index.html and the CSS file as styles.css. But it's not obligatory. You can call them whatever you want. But we know that in terms of, for example, you want to globalize your files. So whenever any coder in the world wants to read about your files, you can just send them to styles.css or index.html, and they'll see it very easily. Alright, so that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please use the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain our lorem ipsum now as promised. Lorem ipsum is just some dummy text you can generate to test your website. You can use, for example, let's reduce the amount to 50 and start, of course, with lorem ipsum and generate some lorem ipsum. So here's the lorem ipsum, and it gives you generated 50 paragraphs, 4,458 words, and that's 30,096 bytes of lorem ipsum. That's around 30 kilobytes. And you can choose any language you want. So choose your language according to your preference, and you can go from there. I hope this was a clear video. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. In the upcoming two videos, I'll be explaining about lists. We have two types of lists, ordered and unordered, and we're gonna explain how to use them inside of each other and how to use the list elements inside of each other. So that's all for now. Thank you for watching with this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna say the main content of a document and use the main tag. So anything inside the main tag is anything that's main inside a document. So if we want to make sure that the user reads it, we need to use the main tag and open anything inside the main tag. You can also specify h1 till h6 inside the main tag. So I included them inside of each other. Let's get them out. So if we want to make sure that everything's going to be cool, we need to add the main tag to make it on the main of the web browser. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So now we have the meta charset. I want to explain a little bit. It's not an obligatory tag, so make sure to know that. The meta charset explains the part that you need to know about the chars or the characters that you have in your titles or your body or anything that you need to include in your website. So UTF-8 is the globalization of all the characters in the world. So when you need to have something specific, you can Google the meta charsets, but in general, the most used or the most frequently used is the UTF-8. 95 to 98% it's used the UTF-8. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So this was a short notice. I need you to know that most of the tags that I don't specify are used in both HTML and CF4 and HTML5. So anything that I don't specify that version is used in all HTMLs. Those that I specify the version is either currently used in HTML4 or HTML5. Just a small note. Thanks. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain the no script tag. So we have the script tag, which includes everything in JavaScript. I want to write some JavaScript, but I'm not sure that the JavaScript that I'm writing is supported by all the browsers in the world. So I use the no script tag. The no script tag goes and says your browser does not support JavaScript at the time. All right. So for example, some of the elements in your JavaScript blocks are not supported, but some of them aren't. So where it goes supported, it runs the script well. All right. So if it's supported, just runs it. If it's not supported, it goes and opens the no script tag and tells you whatever there has to be in the no script tag. So it's just an if else condition. If it supports JavaScript, go with the script. Alright, so we're good. If it doesn't, please go and open the no script and write whatever the no script has on the window of the browser. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna start with the order list tag. So it's OL, and you can say, for example, if you need order list, let's say first I wanna drink coffee in the that's double E in the morning. Second item on my list is I want to go to my job. Third list on the item is I want to be home by 8 p.m. Alright, so these are the items on my ordered list. For example, I need to make them in order, so I use an ordered list. So that's an ordered list, and we'll see an ordered list in the next video. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to explain the types of ordered lists. Also, there are multiple types. We have the one type. You can add a 1 before each list item. You can also add an A. You can also add a small a. And you can also add capital Roman numbers. That's I, double I, triple I, or it can be IV or V. So that's the types of order list. Also, in addition, you can have the Roman numericals in short letters. Alright, so take a look at these and play around with them. If you have any question, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna explain the unordered list, and it includes, for example, you can add anything on your grocery list. You can have 1 kilogram of tomato, 2 packs of pasta. You can add anything on an unordered list, and you won't have inside numbers. That's an unordered list. That's the difference. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to explain the types of unordered lists. We have 4 types of unordered list styling. So we have the disk type, we also have the circle type, we have the square type, and we have the none type. So each type can form a style for the unordered list. And as we mentioned, that we have the list items that needs to be there whenever we need to have a list. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll explain give a little bit of an extra session about ordered and unordered lists. So the ordered lists are anything that, as we said, they can be in order 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can include unordered lists inside ordered lists. So the first list can be unordered. So for example, I want to include what's on my to get today. For example, I want to get tomato and potato. I need another unordered list, and I want to add inside it my dream cars. For example, a BMW and a Chevrolet. And in the third unordered list, for example, I want to add, what do I want to do today? Web development, add 4, and app development is coming soon. So we have another course coming up. It's in app development, so I thought I'll give it to you as a blooper inside the extra video. And that's all for now. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next section. If you have any question, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks.